Hi, I'm David Ewing Duncan here at the 2017 Bio Investor Forum. And I'm here, very happy to be here with Ciara from Amplyx Pharmaceuticals. And we're going to talk about a session that you did on, I'm going to get real scientific here, but the little critters that get inside of us that aren't bacteria.
Correct. We're going to talk about fungus, the fun guy to hang out with. The session this morning was about antimicrobial resistance. So what is that? That is when bacteria or fungus become immune, essentially, to the drugs that we usually use to treat the infection. And this happens for many reasons. It happens because of the way we use antimicrobial products in the agricultural world, but it also happens naturally. These are really smart critters, as you say. They will evolve mechanisms to evade drugs that we've used. So we constantly need new approaches to deal with these infections, and more people are dying because of infections that we used to be able to cure, and now we can no longer cure because of resistance. So it's a real problem, and there are a lot of companies that are very focused in this area, and I think the governments of the world are also focused in this area. The projections are that by 2050, if we don't have significant change, 10 million people a year will die from antimicrobially resistant pathogens.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, we obviously know about antibiotics, but describe just for a second, what is the market for antifungals, if you will?
Antifungals.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the type of patient that suffers from antifungals. And when most people hear antifungals or fungal infection, they think about toenail fungus or skin fungus.
Right.
And a lot of people suffer from those. But what we're really focused on is serious life-threatening fungal infections, and the mortality rates associated with these infections is 50, 60, 70, even up to 90%. That many of these infections are a death sentence, and the patients that succumb to these infections and are susceptible to these infections, they're immune compromised. So you and I, healthy people walking around, we get exposed to fungus all the time. We breathe in spores, we breathe them out, it doesn't bother us, our immune system takes care of it. But if you have cancer and you have chemotherapy and you become immune suppressed, then you worry about fungal infections. If you have a bone marrow transplant or a stem cell transplant or an organ transplant, you're taking away the natural defense of the body for these pathogens, and then they can become very problematic and lead to death in a lot of these patients. So there are some products on the market today, and they're good advances for care, but they have issues. They have side effects, and there are pathogens that they're not effective against. And like in the antibacterial world, we're seeing the emergence of resistance to those classes. So we need a new approach, and that's what Amplyx is doing. It's a new mechanism drug that we've brought into the clinic, and we hope will really move the needle for patients.
And you guys just raised a C round,
That's
which sounds
right.
like it was pretty successful.
It was very successful. It was oversubscribed, which is always something that's
nice.
music to the ears.
Yes.
And we've been very successful at attracting good investors that believe in the science that we are moving forward, that believe in the team that is doing the work to move that program forward. And this summer we closed a Series C round of $67 million, which is, it's good. Thank you very much. But to me, it really speaks to the need, the patient need, the science, and the team. And we have investors that believe if we put those things together, you can create value by driving a program forward into clinical trials. And really, if you're helping patients, then the rewards will come.
Okay, well, I guess I'm okay then stepping in my own shower since I'm healthy otherwise.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Ciara.
You're very welcome.